What's going on? Thank y'all for tuning in with your boys. Full court entertainment as always. GQ Aaron Worthy, GQ Tuesday, Shaky Trail, and Sneaky Sam. Don't trust him. So go on here, Sheldon. Break us down and tell us about Anthony Davis, how amazing he been. Just hop right into that for us.
I've been saying Anthony Davis was like, if he could stay healthy, he could be a top 5 player in the league. He can be a top 5 MVP candidate. With him averaging 30-some points and at least leading the Lakers back to being competitive, because we all know the Lakers was like 2-10. We was like, man, they might not make the play-in, playoffs. And everybody was like, Kings is better than the Lakers. They are better than the Lakers, Kings. I give them that. But with Anthony Davis' recent play averaging 30, 14, and 2 blocks, bro, he's putting himself right in the top 5 MVP candidate. And I'm loving it. This is the AD. This is the AD from New Orleans. I love it. I love it. And I think he could keep it up. If he could just come back, stay healthy for the next 10 games, maybe I ain't gonna say 10. I'm gonna say 5. If he could just stay healthy the next 5 games, I think he could keep the recent play up. Why did you say L? Go ahead. Why did you say L?
I'm not going now. I'm gonna wait. Go ahead, Aaron.
Yeah, I got you. So this play right here is what made AD my favorite player in the first place, going back to New Orleans. He is completely dominant on both ends of the court. Offensively, he really doesn't have a weakness. It's actually a good thing he actually shooting less threes because he's able to be more efficient from there, and it gives him more confidence because he's getting all these open and easy baskets at the hoop. And then defensively, he's always been a top 2 or 3 defensive player in the league for me. Over Giannis, over Rudy, over everybody. Just his defensive versatility is unmatched. You can't name too many players in history that's been as good as him defensively when he's at his best and healthy. So, yeah, definitely a top 5 MVP candidate. And this goes back to my point a few videos ago when I said LeBron was the number 1 Robin in the league because AD was going to have to step up this year, and so far he has.
Okay.
I agree with you guys on the defensive end and the offensive end, but I cannot relate to you guys saying that he's a top 5 MVP candidate. Only because their Lakers are not they don't have that many wins, and they could do way better. I expected them to be good because they got LeBron and AD, but the beginning of the year they was a little shaky, but it looks like they're getting back on track. Like every team LeBron always get. They always have a bumpy start, They always lose a couple games, but they somehow always fix that. But if AD played healthy this whole season, then I wouldn't have a problem having him a top 5 candidate at all.
Okay, let me ask you this: is this AD how he's playing now better than Russell Westbrook his MVP season?
This AD is way better because he got way better. He's more of a presence than Westbrook, bro. He has a defensive presence in the paint, and people be scared to go down there. Westbrook, he was a great defender. He was a great all-star. Yeah.
That year, the Thunder, I think, were the 6th seed. So if AD can lead the Lakers to at least the 6th seed, would you say he has a legitimate shot at MVP?
Yeah.
Based off you just saying that he's playing better than Russ did at that point.
Yeah.
Did he say that? I didn't hear him say that.
No, he said AD is playing better than Russ was that MVP season. He just said that.
He is playing a little bit better but Westbrook averaged a triple-double. That's hard to beat. And you really can't compare them because they're both not in the same position, but,
I'm saying just overall impact on the game, on wins and losses. Would you say AD is having a higher impact than just playing overall better?
But if we go by the recent 10 games, you can say he's top 5. You can even put him at number 5, but just from the last 10 games, not overall, but just from the last 10, AD is a top 5. The only person I would say he's tied with, I guess, is maybe Ja, because you still got Booker in there, Luka, Jason Tatum, Giannis,
Shea.
Then you can put who?
Shea, if they can string together some wins.
Shea won't win MVP, bro.
Shea and AD in the same position, though.
But Shea won't win MVP. It's not going to happen. But I would put him in the I would put him in the top 5, not the top 5, but in the 5 category with Josh, Shea, and AD. I'll put him in there though, but he won't win. We know he won't win. No offense to him.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about putting AD in it. I think he's sitting at 6. I think he's sitting at 6, honestly. I'm gonna say AD performance has been good. It's been amazing. Like with the small sample size that we've gotten, we've gotten the AD him living up to like the potential, and especially with all this praise of like he's talented, he's this, and we it's been 2 seasons, it's been 2 years since we've gotten to see that talent actually pay off and be anything. And I just want to iterate, what Shaquille O'Neal said. Like, I'm not finna clap for a fish swimming. He's been supposed to be in this. The season is not a 10, 25, 8-game season. This is an 82-game season. I'm not finna clap for something that he's been supposed to do. You're supposed to produce. You're supposed to keep going out there and proving it. We wear Nike, like Drake said, because it's not about doing it once. It's about doing it again and just doing it again and again and again. It's too early. It's too early to give him, MVP praises. Yeah, Lakers back. They're 6 seed. No, it's not. They haven't earned that yet. We love them. They're the number 1 franchise in the NBA. We love them like the Cowboys. But it's too early for me to give him that. I'm going to say he's right on track. He's 6 for MVP because looking at I agree with the NBA. I agree with the NBA ranking. At 5, they have Book. 4, they have Giannis. They got Jokic still. They got Luka, and then you got Tatum. So you got 2 people tied at 2. And AD, these guys are winning. These guys are winning. Luka team isn't even the Lakers team is worse than the Mavs, and Luka is still going out there winning. And the Lakers looking good. They just lost to Cleveland, and they lost to the somebody else too. But I don't know. I'm talking too much. AD, no, it's too soon. It's too soon to just. It's more games to be played. Keep going.
If we're being honest, Luka is in the MVP race because he's just putting up OP numbers. Like, let's just say he averaged 23, like 6, 7 boards and probably 4 assists. I think he wouldn't be in there. But since he's averaging 30 and 8 and 8, I think that's why they put him in there because they've been average. They won the last like couple of games, 3 games, but they've been average. They've been average as hell.
Luka
MVP isn't.
He just remember yesterday, Shondell, we was just talking about the All-Star, and we was like, being an All-Star, you have to put up OP numbers. That's why Luka in there, because he's just putting up OP numbers. But they're not really, it's not like they gone on like a 5-game win streak. They just been average. All them other teams, they've been winning. The Celtics have really been winning. The Nuggets, they winning, but they above a little bit. But I think they probably better than the Mavericks. Book in there just because the Suns are first, but he is putting up good numbers. I give you that. He is putting up good numbers.
I think yeah. When you just think about like Luka, it's like Luka came out the gate. He came out the gate sprinting, and he ain't slowed down yet. AD came out the gate stumbling. I'm not finna just get like, yeah, he's making up ground now, but he hasn't made up enough ground to pass them up. And go ahead. I know other people have things to say.
Anything you got to say, Aaron?
Yeah. What was it, last year or the year before? Jokic came out slow. He wasn't doing anything spectacular. He was just being him, and then he picked up steam. Luka last year started off slow, picked up steam. He didn't win it, but still he was getting consideration. So there's no reason why AD can't do the same thing going into this year. But we'll see as the season goes on, like you said, Shondell, if he can keep up this level of dominance. And if he can, and they have a respectable record, and let's say 4, 5, and 6 seed, yeah, there's no reason why he can't have an actual shot, depending on how ridiculous the Celtics are at that point record-wise. And if Tatum keeps this up, then yeah, he should be MVP, but we'll see.
I will say this. If AD stays low-key healthy, I think they will put him in the top 3. He's not going to put up 30-something every night. We know that. He's not going to put up 30-something every night. But if he can put up reasonable numbers, really good numbers, throughout the whole season, I think they'll put it because they only give 3. You only be considered for 3 MVPs. If you 4 and 5, that really don't matter. But I think if he stays healthy, he will probably be number 3. But we're only 20-some games in. Just a wait and see.
I think the
Well, my
Lakers.
thing is, go ahead, Trey.
I
Go
think
ahead.
the Lakers should still be like protective with him. Like, I still think the injury bug is just too much with AD. It's too consistent for him. So
We
they
don't got
just need to
time for
be
that.
calm. They need to calm down sometimes and let him sit out a few games. You feel me? Because I'm a Lakers fan. I don't want to
They
see AD hurt again, bro.
they can't risk it. They can't risk it. Just like they dropped too many games already. Like we're early in the season. You drop games like this in the West, it's hard to make up for. It's real hard to
I
make
mean,
up
they
for.
And
not
LeBron
that far
done that
gone
forever.
now. They not that
LeBron
far.
done that
They not that far down now. I think like they're only like 2 games. I know they only 2 games out the playing, so they not. It's not like they at the bottom with like Houston and all them, but they only
Right now,
like 2 games back. I think something
I
like
think
that.
they're 3 games
Oh,
back.
okay,
In the
yeah,
play.
they just 3
So
games back of the playing.
so let me say, so sitting in the play-in right now from 7, you got the Mavs at 13 and 11. At 8th, you got the Trailblazers 13-11. 9th, you got the Clippers at 14 and 12. 10th, you got the Warriors at 13 and 13, and then 11 right in front of them. Well, you got 2 teams in front. You got the Timberwolves at 12 and 12, OKC at 11 and 14, and the Lakers at 10 and 14. So they got a few teams ahead of them that these teams that's down here at the bottom. Man, you can't drop games if you want to pass them.
I think they can make it. It's just they got to keep playing well. AD has to stay healthy. LeBron has to just do what he got to do. Westbrook brings consistency off the bench. They can be decent. Now in the
They
beginning,
should have
obviously,
won
we said this
yesterday,
team
man.
trash.
They should have won yesterday.
How would they go win with no AD and Bron? How is that going to happen?
I just felt like they could have won if they would have. Westbrook could
You
have
know
played
they
in the
wasn't
starting
gonna win,
lineup, but
Yeah, they wasn't for
You know they want to go win.
They don't have enough.
Don't even do that. Don't even do that.
I mean, they facing the 76ers tomorrow. Y'all think they got enough to
LeBron
beat
and AD
them?
healthy?
If
If LeBron and AD
plays,
healthy, I think they
LeBron ain't
can.
good, yeah.
I mean, they don't
know.
have Tyrese Maxey, and Harden just came back, and he look a little slow coming back off injury. He been out for a month, but I mean, we know James Harden will pick it up. That might be the game he plays really well. But I mean, if AD can show, if he can drop another 30 bomb, I think we got a chance. I think we got a chance of beating the Sixers.
If LeBron only play, I believe they're going to lose. If
I might go with
LeBron
that.
play, they're going to lose.
I think AD and Bron playing though tomorrow. I think they playing tomorrow. So
I mean, AD could probably still be sick, so he got like the flu, so that don't clear up too fast.
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
But I
Only
definitely
LeBron
think
play, they
though.
lose.
I definitely think though, like right now MVP, he at 6. He really at 7 because it's 2 people tied for 2, but he like at 7. But right now, Jason Tatum the clear MVP. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think I put him at 7. I just said he's tied for like Shea and like I put Ja in there. I put him in there in like the Jokic. I put them all in there in the same category. But whoever you want to put 5, 6, 7, 8, whatever. I think he's in there though. But in the last 10 games, he's been a top 5 player and he's been a top 5 player in the league. You can't say he hasn't been a top 5 player the last 10 games. We're not going off the first 10 games. We're just going off the last 10. He's definitely been a top 5 player.
Top 5?
Hell yeah. The last 10 games, hell yeah. Not overall, but just the last.